Welcome back. Today, as we're counting down to New Year's, and to our number one most shocking verdict in 2024. For now, number 2 is a 2 for 2. Jodi Hildebrandt and Ruby FRANKE. These two disgraced YouTubers did the unimaginable to Ruby's small children, distorting fact from fiction, starving and torturing the innocent children. Let's take a look back at number 2 on our despicable list.
Jodi, I need you to step out.
I have my turn.
That's great. Step out of the house.
No, I'm not going to step out of the house.
Step out of the house.
Step out of the house.
Whoa.
We're just going to see if anybody else. Is there anybody else home?
Wait a minute, how do you come in my house?
Okay, just place your hands on your back for me. Perfect.
The arrest and subsequent convictions of former mom influencer and vlogger Ruby FRANKE, as well as her business partner Jodi Hildebrandt, continue to make headlines across the nation. The two have been behind bars since August, after FRANKE's 12-year-old son escaped through a window of what some would refer to as a house of hell and went to a nearby home asking for help. The young boy, who we are referring to as RF, can be seen visibly thin with the shirt he's wearing draped over his body. He has no shoes, only in his socks, and can be heard asking the homeowner, "Can you take me to the police station?"
Yes.
Hi, I was just wondering if you could do 2 favors.
Well, what are they?
Taking me to the nearest police station. Well, actually, just one's fine.
What's going on, son? Have a seat there.
It's personal business.
Have a seat. What's your name? How'd you get here?
Then can be heard making an emotional plea to a 911 dispatcher.
We know there's been problems at this neighbor's house. He's emaciated, he's got tape around his legs, he's hungry, and he's thirsty. And he asked us to call the police. So he's very afraid. This kid has obviously been... I think he's been detained. He's obviously covered in wounds. We need the cops here as soon as possible.
Police and EMTs respond to the scene, where they are seen treating RF inside an ambulance.
Who put the ropes on you?
He reportedly told the officer Hildebrandt wrapped him in the duct tape and saran wrap.
Police officers, open up! Got movement right here?
Right there.
Contact? Got movement. Open the door! Jodi, I need you to step out.
I have my turn.
That's great. Step out of the house.
No, I'm not going to step out of the
Step
house.
out of the house.
Step out of the house.
Whoa.
We're just going to see if anybody else. Is there anybody else home?
Wait a minute, how do you come in my house?
Right there.
Look, they come into my house.
So have a seat right there.
Do you have a search warrant?
Have a seat right there.
Do you have a search warrant?
Have a seat right there. I'll explain everything after. Have a seat right there.
Do you have a search warrant, sir?
Control 12X11. Can you hold the air? We're searching the house.
I can tell you what's in the house.
Okay. Just have a seat right there for me.
Do you have a search warrant?
We'll explain it after this.
You can't just come into my house without a search warrant.
We'll explain everything after this, ma'am.
But that's not the only information RF shared with authorities. He said he believes 2 of his siblings are still trapped inside the home. In the search, police find one of RF's siblings, who we are referring to as EF. She was found inside a closet with her head shaved, sitting on the floor in complete silence, visibly afraid to leave.
Hi, I'm a police officer. Are you going for the union here?
Hey, you okay? Is this just you in here? I'm Sergeant Tobler. What's your name? I just have one. Where's your sister at?
Contact one.
You okay? Huh? You doing okay? You don't want to talk to me? Yeah, that's okay.
Silence for hours, but responded to officers when they asked if she was hungry, as they were later seen giving her a small pizza, which she is seen eating the entire thing. Officers and emergency responders tried for hours to get her to leave.
You don't want to talk?
She ultimately walked out with the emergency responders and was later rushed to the hospital.
Do you want to talk to me about where you live or how many kids you have? So we just spoke with your husband, and he said you guys have 6 kids. Are those all together? Are those all your kids? I can wait all day, so it's up to you if you want to talk to us about what's going on. Would you feel more comfortable talking to one of us?
Or do you want me to, I can step out if you want?
Or if you feel more comfortable talking to him, I can step out.
I'll wait till I have a lawyer.
Okay. So you don't want to talk to us at all? Do you want to answer that? Or you don't want to talk to us about anything?
So if you don't want to talk to us, just let us know and we'll be done.
I've already told you.
That you want a lawyer? Okay.
Here.
Okay. Easy enough.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I can get for you in the meantime? I got the water. Do you need a bathroom break or anything like that? No? Okay.
Meanwhile, during Hildebrandt's from detectives, but even as she maintained she had nothing to hide, said she'll also wait for her attorney.
How long you lived here?
Judge Walton, I know that standing before you today is a necessary step towards that end. Thank you to you and your staff for facilitating my opportunity to take accountability and to answer for my charges. I am humbled and willing to serve a prison sentence as long as it takes to continue unraveling all of the misinformation I have believed and bought, swallowed, and acted out, and for my family to heal and for the community to heal. And I understand this is going to take time. I'm committed to continuing my learning until all of my toxic layers are shed, and I am ready to re-enter as a contributing member of our beautiful society. Thank you, Judge Walton.
Thank you for your statement, Ms. Franke. Anything else, Mr. Winward?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else prior to the court imposing sentence?
No, Your Honor.
The sentence will be that Ms. Franke serve 4 counts, 4 1 to 15-year sentences based on her convictions for 4 counts of aggravated child abuse.
Hildebrandt committed awful acts of child abuse. From May to August 2023, she and her business partner held 2 children, ages 9 and 11, turning 12, in a concentration camp-like setting in her house in Ivan City. The children were regularly denied food, water, beds to sleep in, and virtually all forms of entertainment. They were isolated from others and were hidden when people came to visit the house. They were forced to do physical tasks like carrying loaded boxes up and down stairs and doing wall sits or sitting against a wall without assistance of a chair or stool for hours at a time. They were forced to do manual labor outdoors in the extreme summer heat, often without shoes or socks. And they were also forced to stand outside on a cement patio in the summer heat for hours and even days. They were beaten, and the 12-year-old was regularly bound hand and foot after he attempted to run away in mid-July. Both children had extensive physical injuries from the abuse that required hospitalization to treat. They believed to some degree that they deserved what was being done to them. Had the older of the 2 children not had the courage to run away and ask a neighbor to call the police, heaven only knows how much longer he could have survived. After being caught, Ms. Hildebrandt has shown little to no remorse for her actions. In telephone conversations that will be provided in full to the Board of Pardons and Parole, and which she knew to be recorded, she's repeatedly claimed that she is the victim and the children are the perpetrators. She's gone so far as to say that the things said in this proceeding and covered by the media today will be full of lies. The combination of 3 factors make Ms. Hildebrandt a significant threat to the community. First, the severity of the abuse she caused to be inflicted on young children. Second, her attitude that everything she did was justified and that she is being wrongfully imprisoned. And third, her training as a therapist and aptitude for using online resources to convince others to follow her guidance. Utah Code Section 76-3-401 lays out 3 factors the court should consider in determining whether to impose concurrent or consecutive sentences. The first is the gravity and circumstances of the offense. The second is the number of victims. And the third is the history, character, and rehabilitative need of the defendant. As agreed to in the plea agreement and as recommended by adult probation and parole, consecutive sentences are appropriate here. This is due to the severity of the abuse to the 2 victims and the extreme need for Ms. Hildebrandt to be rehabilitated so that she no longer will present a risk to the community. The state respectfully requests that she be sentenced to 4 consecutive terms.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Mr. Terry?